MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. This is a prediction video for Max Holloway versus Ricardo Lamas, taking place this Saturday, UFC 199. We'll start off quickly by talking about each guy. We'll start off with Ricardo Lamas. He's 16-4. 4 wins by KO, 4 wins by decision, 8 wins by decision. Ricardo Lamas, definitely a well-rounded fighter, solid wrestler, NCAA Division III wrestler. You know, he's good on the mat. He's got good hands, heavy hands. And he's got some pretty hard leg kicks as well. He doesn't do anything extremely spectacular, but he's pretty solid everywhere. He really only lost to, of late anyway, his last 2 losses, Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo, 2 solid guys. His win against Diego Sanchez, he looked pretty good. Then he lost to Mendes. Then he beat Dennis Bermudez. He submitted him. I guess that's kind of impressive. But Dennis Bermudez, he's kind of seen his better days. But nevertheless, great wrestler. Okay, let's talk about Max Holloway here. He's 15-3, 6 KOs, 2 submissions, 7 decisions. He is on a 8-fight win streak. Wow, 8 fights. And Ricardo Lamas is 3-2 in his last 5 fights. But losing to Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo, there's no shame in that. But Max Holloway, he, this guy has just improved leaps and bounds. He's a very young guy. I think he's 24 years old. And, ever since losing to Conor McGregor, only guy to bring him the decision. Still lost to McGregor, but he brought McGregor to the decision, to the finish. Went the distance with McGregor, I'm trying to say. And before that, he had lost to Dennis Bermudez, split decision. I feel like in this fight, that split decision against Dennis Bermudez, even though he lost, Dennis Bermudez, in my opinion, is a much better wrestler than Ricardo Lamas, and I feel that Max Holloway would have learned a lot in that fight, and Max Holloway, his takedown defense has improved a lot. I think he's got an 81% takedown defense, so that's going to help him as well in this fight. Now, this is a fight that Max Holloway can't take lightly. Ricardo Lamas is definitely a solid fighter. I think he's going to be outmatched in this fight. I think Max Holloway, he uses distance very, very well. I think he's going to use that distance. He's got great leg kicks. Definitely better, I believe, better kicks than Ricardo Lamas. They might not be as powerful, but they're better to keep a fighter at bay. I definitely think that his striking is just a little bit, definitely better than Ricardo Lamas. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's a lot. Well, I guess we'll find out. I think it's quite a bit better. So I'm definitely going with Max Holloway to win this. I don't know if he'll stop Ricardo Lamas. If he gets clipped like Mendes clipped him, but Max Holloway doesn't have the power that Chad Mendes has. So I think this will be a unanimous decision for Max Holloway. I think that his youth, his striking ability is just going to be too much. He's got solid takedown defense. He puts on more pressure. He has I believe it's like 5.5 strikes per minute compared to Lamas's 2.5. He gets hit a little more, but he also has a better output. He's got a good chin, so I feel that Max Holloway is definitely going to pull this out and get a unanimous decision over Ricardo Lamas. Let me know what you guys think. You know, this is definitely it's definitely a solid fight. You know, Max Holloway. I mean, he's just right there. You know, he's just knocking at the door. You know, if he gets past Ricardo Lamas, you know, and Conor McGregor never comes back to 145, which I don't think he's going to. I'd love to see Max Holloway fight if he gets by Lamas, right? Fight the winner of Jose Aldo versus Frankie Edgar for, you know, the real title, you know, because I don't think Conor McGregor is coming back to 145. But that's what I'd like to see. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if anyone's taken Ricardo Lamas to beat Max Holloway. And, you know, tell me why you think that. And, you know, if you like the video, subscribe. And check me out on Twitter as well, at MMA Boxing Talk 1. That's it for this one. Peace.